But as you might know, Vinitai celebrates this year its 20-year anniversary, and I'm very glad to be managing director of such a powerful company. I'm very glad to explain to you what occurred within the last 20 years, and most importantly for you, most probably, to explain to you where we are going for the next 20 years. As you might know, Vinitai is a company that is somehow controlled by Solvay for 58% of the shares. And then the second shareholders is PTTGC, and 17% of the shares are in your hands. The structure of the company is two companies for the time being. It is Vinitai, and we have a 100% subsidiary that is handling the production and the sales of the new product. We just started it this year, and it is called Advanced Biochemical Thailand Limited, or ABT. As you know, most of you were there also last month, just a month ago, by the way, at the EGM that we had at the Emerald Hotel, and you decided to approve the establishment of a company in Singapore. That would be a holding company. As I explained to you, this would be the springboard for Vinitai to go overseas. And the first step is to go to China in order to produce exactly the same product as ABT, under the same process as ABT, epichlorohydrin, and it is the acquisition of a company that has already been launched by Solvay. And the code name is Taishan. Later on it might be called differently, but for the time being it is called in our presentation as Taishan. Our current capacities are 280,000 tons of PVC, 400,000 tons per year of VCM, the monomer that is used to produce PVC. We were producing up to last month 270,000 tons per year of caustic soda, but we started an expansion of this unit, in fact, mid-July, and we added 100,000 tons of capacity at that time. And finally, earlier this year, we started the production of epichlorohydrin under the Epicero process within ABT, but in Maptaput. As you will see, it is a formally integrated company within Vinitai. And this is for 100,000 tons per annum of epichlorohydrin. For the time being, our only production site is Maptaput, and the headquarters or the offices are based in Bangkok on Pramasi. And we have a land in Maptaput of 250 rise. There is still some space to do some expansion if we have your approval. And as you might know also, we have 40 employees in Bangkok and currently 424 employees in Maptaput. With the acquisition in China, we will expand again significantly the number of employees. I think it is important with this year of 20-year anniversary of the company, and in fact it's not really the anniversary of the company, it is the anniversary of the first production batch. In fact, Vinitai was established in 1998, registered, but really production started in July 1992. And we have been traded on the stock exchange of Thailand from 1995. We started the monomer production and chlor-alkali production in 1996 with a plant of 140,000 tons of VCM and caustic of about close to 100,000 tons. In 2000 was the first expansion of PVC, but also some debottlenecking on chlor-alkali and VCM side. 2003, another debottlenecking on chlor-alkali and VCM. 2004 and 2005, we decided to expand the VCM unit and the chlor-alkali unit. In 2006, we started this expansion, decided in 2004, but we decided also to go directly to another expansion. 2008, we started what we called Intanon 1, that was the expansion of PVC by 70,000 tons. At that time, just to wrap it up, in 2008, we had 280,000 tons as now on PVC, 400,000 tons of VCM, and 270,000 tons of caustic. So the company, up to earlier this year, was set up, and we still operate according to that. But we decided in 2009 to go to the windmill project. That is a significant step for the company, i.e. to establish a subsidiary in order to produce a brand new products on a brand new equipment. In fact, it is the first equipment that is running according to the epiceral process on Earth. And I can tell you that it's working pretty fine so far. So we started this production earlier this year, as I mentioned, in 2012, and now we are with this expansion of chloralkali that is necessary in order to feed into the epiceral process. And this year we started, despite the fact that we just started this new epiceral process line, we decided to expand it further into China with the decision that you have been taking at the General Assembly in July. Now, just for those who would be new in the room, I think it is important that you know a little bit what kind of product we do. The heart of the company is still PVC. We produce 280,000 tons of PVC and 400,000 tons of VCM that goes also into PVC production, but from some of our customers. And basically, PVC goes a little bit everywhere. PVC could be very rigid, like, for instance, PVC pipes or window frames, or for some doors or inside upholstery. But it could be very flexible, for instance, like blood bags, like some surgical gloves, or also artificial leather. Most of that is made out of PVC. So PVC can serve a very wide range of applications and can serve very rigid properties and very flexible properties. Most of the PVC, because it's quite heavy, most of the PVC goes into the construction industry because it has inherent fire retardancy properties. So worldwide, I would say, and it is the same in Thailand, around 65% of the PVC goes to the construction industry. And it is one of the reasons why PVC is still highly demanded in Southeast Asia, because construction is booming. Caustic is going in an even wider range of application, but basically this is a product that we sell not to converters, but to big chemical companies or big food companies. It could go into food production. It could go also into paper industry. It could go to the textile industry. It goes to water treatment industry. I would say that the biggest application for caustic is the aluminum industry. Around 20 to 25% of the caustic goes to the aluminum industry. And so it is also affected, therefore, by automotive, airplanes, and construction. And finally, the epichlorohydrin product that we do, now here in Maptaput and soon in China, goes also to a wide range of applications. One of the key applications goes to epoxy resin. It is one of the key raw materials for epoxy resin. And you find epoxy resins into coatings for boats, for instance, calf production, construction as well. It goes also into composites. And here you have an example of an airplane. You know that the aeronautic industries is going to what we call composites for the wings, carbon fibers reinforced by some epoxy. And it is the reason why there is a huge potential of epoxy resin growth, and therefore a huge potential of epichlorohydrin growth. Now, up to earlier this year, it was the way that the Vinythai production unit was set up. And more particularly, maybe I'll take the arrow, we get salt and electricity and some water. We feed it into an electrolysis plant. Basically, we break the salt molecule in two parts. One part goes into the caustic soda, directly for sales to the market. And the other part is chlorine, and there is also a bit of hydrogen that is recycled. Chlorine goes into chlorination with some ethylene that we purchase from some of our suppliers here in Thailand. And there we produce what is called EDC, i.e. ethylene dichloride. And this EDC could be stored. At the end, this EDC is what we call